So good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our Connect Valve session of today. So today with us we'll have Mar that will support us. Thank you, Mar, to be with us today.
Good morning. Good morning, Paulo.
Thank you. Good morning. So today to our in our Connect Valve session, we will speak and we will give an overview of about practical training and the repairing of gutters. So this situation, gutters, it's a very demanding and challenging waterproofing spot. So today we'll go deeply in this specific subject on how to repair a gutter. Regarding the all-tight gutter solution, we have a self-adhesive PDM membrane that is, and this is very important because it's compatible with any kind of dimension, configuration. It is compatible with different kind of substrates. So in the end, it's a solution that can be completely customized and it is flexible and that it has a big range of temperatures resistance. So can stand since the less 30 to plus 120. So it can be used in very cold and very hot environments. In terms of resistance, it's tested to be in contact with water, with pump water. So this is completely designed and tested for this specific application. It has a long elongation capacity. And the period of lifetime, it's a huge period of lifetime because we expect that this solution will perform during 50 years. So if we can conclude or if you can resume, it's easy, fast, and doesn't require any kind of not mechanical, but any kind of heavy equipment. So it's very easy to apply. I don't know if you have any thing to add to this resume, Mar.
Yes, absolutely. We can say that is self-adhesive. So it's very important because normally when people want to repair or even at the beginning of a working do a protection with a gutter, it's very important not to use a heat, not use all other accessories, because normally they are located in difficult spots, in difficult places. So with heavy machines or with the heating things, it's very complicated. So with the self-adhesive composition, it's one of the main characteristics, and above all, gutters support a very big movements and a very thermal and structural movement. So this kind of flexibility has this membrane can stand all kind of expansions and compression. So this is very important for the gutters.
Very well. Thank you for highlight these points that actually are very important. So repairing a deteriorated gutter. This is a common situation that we face in different markets in Europe, also here in the Middle East. So here we can see deteriorated gutter. So the first step, it's as we mentioned previously, it's very simple. So just we start to clean and to remove the dust and to remove oil and remove other kind of materials that may be applied there. So this is very simple, but also at the same time very important. We should clean very well the surface. Then in the deteriorated gutters, it's important also to use a primer. Why? Because some gutters are rusty, some gutters are not completely clean, and also we should guarantee that when we adhere the membrane, it will be adhered in a perfect and smooth surface. So that's why the reason we advise the use of the primer when the gutter is not new, when it's a deteriorated gutter. If it is new, we can avoid. Also, we can apply.
Yeah.
But when it is yeah, correct.
Yes, yes, yes. It's when it's new, it's not an obligation, but our advice would say, okay, you can apply it and potential the adoration and put uniform the substrate, we can say.
Okay, very well. So we should primer, and then so here we can see primer the gutter.
Yes, yes.
And then in this image, can you please give an overview, Mar, about
Yeah,
what is?
yeah. It's very important to put all the surface, even the laterals and the base. In this case, in this particular case, the laterals were really small, but in other cases we have like a huge thickness. So in this case,
Sorry.
it's no, don't worry. It's really important to uniform all the primer all over the surfaces, and wait a little bit to dry. It has to be completely dry before to put the membrane.
Okay, so here what we see is that they are applying on the horizontal surface, and also they are applying on the walls on the vertical surface.
Yeah.
And then it's needed important that the primer will dry. Okay, here, so here there are some steps. Also, once again, Mar, if you can just give
Yes.
some lights.
Yes, here, first of all, we have, this membrane has two layers. The first layer is the membrane itself, which is resistant to UVs and 100% resistant, watertight. And then we have the protective foil. With the protective foil, first of all, we have to measure all the dimensions of the gutter. And with all the dimensions, I say the base, the dimensions of the base, the dimensions of the vertical laterals, or vertical or inclined, depends on the situation. And we cut the protective foil with our cutter. It's a specific cutter we supply. Yes, and it doesn't damage at all the membrane. It's very specific for this. So we cut this foil in the correct dimensions for the base, for the laterals. So then we can take it off in steps, like first of all the base, or then the laterals. Because if we do it at once, we can say damage the part of the adoration, because it's very sensitive. We can say if you apply it once, it completely sticks, so then it's difficult to take it off. So we have to be careful and do it in steps.
Okay, that's why it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So we just okay, we just follow the steps. Okay, here we can see the application. So it's what you are explaining. We measure the horizontal, we measure the vertical. This is the foil that comes on the back of the membrane, and we start to remove the foil from the horizontal, correct?
Yes, yes. Yeah, first the base, yeah, first the horizontal, the base, and we apply it gradually. So we start to remove remove the protective foil, and we start to apply only with hands, gently and progressively. And then once it's everything stick, we apply a small roll, a silicone roll. We can supply as well the silicone roll, and to make sure all the surfaces are completely adhere.
Okay, so we just apply on the horizontal, then first we remove the foil, apply horizontal, yes. We remove gently, we remove the foil, we apply on the vertical, with the rule, we apply some pressure, and then it will be like a second skin, correct?
Yes, yes, correctly.
Very well. So here we can see the product applied, And also we can see here on the video exactly the steps. So it's first apply horizontal, then we remove the file and we apply on the vertical.
Yes.
This
Yes,
is the
and
result.
yeah, correct. And of course, in the corners and other steps, it's the same process. We go step by step and do it gradually, we can say.
Okay, very well. Looks easy.
Yeah, yeah, it's very intuitive.
Yeah. So here we have all the steps very well documented. So maybe you can comment as well.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. And here we have the overlaps. Okay, our membrane comes in rows of 10 meters or 20 meters. So normally the gutters are really long. If we have to repair all of them. So obviously we have to do overlaps between 10 meters, but normally we advise do it of around 5 meters because it's really long. So it's for if it's for being easier in the application. So every 5 meters, maybe if it's in a really difficult location, you can do it with 3 meters. It depends on the situation. So we have to assure a minimum overlap of 100 millimeters, 10 centimeters between the two membranes. And a part of that, then we use another membrane and our Effisus Bond FT tape. In this case, this is an EPDM as well as altogether, but in this case, it's uncure. What does it mean uncure? It's with it has a very high flexibility, over 600%. So it allows us to to be with the movements as well of the gutter, etc. So in this case, all over the months, depends of the situation, or depends of the market, or the temperatures. Maybe 6 months and 9 months, it's completely cured. And when it's cured, it's stick in that position. So we don't have any problem with that. And to apply this Bond FT, it's a 15 centimeters Bond FT only for the overlaps, and we apply a primer first. Our code SP primer is in this situation is for potential the substrate and the aeration, and then we apply the membrane. It's really easy. It's as well with a protective foil. I think our first when we study things, our first require is the simplicity, right, Paulo? So we don't want heat, or we don't want physical mechanical fixing. So it's every tape and membrane we have, it's self-adhesive. So in this case, we remove the foil, the protective foil, and we apply it in the overlaps. And a part of this, we only have to put the entire perimeter. We have to beat it with a sealant, with a Effisus Bond KF plus P, all the perimeter. In this case, it's only for assure during the cure. It's completely safe, the tape. It's not a problem. We only have to apply it with a small stick or something, or even with a finger. We apply it, and we do it like a ramp. And when water comes, can follow the the flow. How do you say?
Follow the flow. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems very easy, So we just need on the overlaps, we just need to primer. Then we apply this Bond FT tape, and then on the edge we apply the KF plus P, just as a second reinforcement.
Yeah, correct.
Okay, very well. Thank you, Mark. And here we can see exactly what we are talking about. So the steps. So first the primer here, then starts to apply, it removes the foil and applies the membrane. So it's very easy.
Yes.
Okay, and of course, then it's applying some pressure here with a hand. And the final step, that is on the edges, apply the KF plus P, and it's done.
Yeah.
The overlap is done. So this is important to say, that the overlaps, considering that we follow this procedure, is not a weak point. Actually, is a strong point.
Yes.
Because, right?
Yes. Follow, sorry.
Because we have a overlap of a membrane that is adhesive, and on the top we have a strong connection that is done by this bond FT membrane. So we have a reinforce on each overlap. So we never have a weak point. Actually, it's more strong. Okay, so now we have another, on this cutter, we have a specific procedure as well for the drainage, correct?
Yes, absolutely. The other, we can say, the other spot of the gutters are the drain outlets. Obviously, a gutter is to take water to protect the construction. So we have to be very careful where the places the water actually live. So in these cases, we use again the bond FT. So our rows of bond FT, it's a 15 meters roll. So we don't have any problem with the dimensions and the quantity. And again, with our 15, only with 15 centimeters width, we use around all the perimeter of the drain outlets. Again, I can say this specific tape, it's really flexible. We have other trainings with only bond FT. It's really malleable. So we, with only one strip, we can do all the perimeter and without any problem, because you can start with the beginning, with the surface in the flat situation, and then with hand shape it in the perimeter of the circular. If it's circular, or if it's square, any
can just mold. It's like plasticine. You just can mold shape, round or rectangle, any kind of shape, correct?
Yes, correct.
So yeah, so if I can resume, we just need to primer around the pipe, the outlet. So we primer, then we pick up this bond FT membrane. We start to shape any kind of shape, circular, rectangular, and then we finish in the same way. We around the perimeter, we finish with KF plus P, correct?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so seems easy. So here we have a detail, correct? So here we have an outlet. Actually, I think this the inside should be deeper.
Yeah, a little bit more.
A little bit more.
A little bit more deeper.
Will work, but I think it should be a little bit more.
Yeah,
here.
a little bit deeper.
Yeah, but here we can see. So we cut, they cut a piece, a patch, and they shape in the so they cut rectangular, and then they shape around the circular circular shape, and then they finish with the KF plus P.
Yeah.
Okay, now we have the step by step, correct?
Yes. In this case, after be everything done, the outlets, the overlaps, and the membrane, we have to be sometimes careful with the perimeter finishing, because sometimes it's without anything around. Sometimes it's with the roof. So it depends of the situation. We can do, for example, in this option, it's fixing the membrane itself with the bonding. It's I can say it's without anything. We put only all the perimeter of the membrane with the sealant, with the KF plus P.
Right.
In this case, is when we don't have any problem or any situation or any concern. It is going to adhere. I don't know if the word is that. So in this situation would be that.
Okay, very well. So this is another situation, right? Another finishing.
Yes, yes. This is when we don't have an horizontal finish, we can say.
Finish.
It's in the vertical. So maybe with time, if we don't apply any sealant or any yes, or any primer, the membrane, sorry, depends of the weather, maybe can unfold. So in these cases, we put a mechanical fixing, we can say. It can be, it doesn't need to be all over the perimeter, maybe in some situation. So
Okay, right. So when we have the vertical, well, if we have an horizontal, as previous we saw, there's no need for a mechanical fixing.
yeah,
If it's going on a vertical, as a security measure, we should fix mechanical, as an example here on this.
yes.
This is, I think it's the same the
Yes.
same concept.
Yeah, but in this, yeah, in this situation, it's with a bar, and it's all over the perimeter. Yeah, sometimes it depends on the client as well. They are more uh, I think they are more secure with a mechanical fixing. Sometimes they say okay, maybe in some points, specific points, or with sealant. And then we have I think the last option, and it's in this situation it was the the option we use in the case we've presented today.
So, for instance, here is mentioned that Bondes. So, if we have the mechanical fastening, we also have a tape that we put in
Yeah.
between all tight gutter membrane and the mechanical fastening bar to guarantee that no leakage will come, or as a second protection, that this fastening will be protected, because this Bondes tape will protect the penetrations, guaranteeing that from there no leakage will occur. Correct?
Yes, yeah, it's a very a biodesive tape in this case, and it's completely watertight with the W1 recently tested, and the result was that W1. So that means it's 100% watertight. So we have the completely guarantee that in the perimeter with this kind of tape, it's secure.
Very well. Very well. So just to
Yeah. Yes,
finalize.
in this case, I think it wasn't with a metal shield, but in this particular case, we use this because it was the roof next to the situation, so we put the membrane under the roof, so it just it's like as well
Like compress.
yeah, a compress, yeah, of course.
Okay.
So it's covered and it's tight.
Very well. So if we can resume, this is a very simple and very efficient solution, because it's compatible with any gutter dimensional configuration. So we can apply this in any kind of different gutter. We don't need any accessory to apply. So we just need to apply the membrane with the hands, with a silicone ruler, and it's that. It's completely self-adhesive, so the life expectancy it's 50 years, and it's tested for pond water stagnation. So it's a completely final solution for the gutter. Here we can see before and after. And so thank you very much for being with us today. Thank you very much, Mar.
Thank you, Paulo.
Thank you. We'll be more than happy to support any other information that is needed, any other additional support. Please feel free to contact. Here are my contacts. So once again, thank you very much. A very good day.
Thank you very much. Bye bye. Good morning.